the desire for what it is that we are, the desire for what it is that we are in truth, in reality, in our home, that when that desire is strong, and when that desire is pure, then that desire is placed in the eternal. The means for acquiring the experience of that desire in time comes from the acceptance of the miracle. The miracle is given for the asking because of our inherent holiness. So your holiness reverses all the laws of the world, is beyond every restriction of time, space, distance, and limits, and any kind of holiness is totally unlimited in its power, because it establishes you as the Son of God, at one with the mind of the Creator. Through your holiness, the power of God is made manifest. And through your holiness, the power of God is made available. And there's nothing the power of God cannot do. So your holiness then can remove all pain, can end all sorrow, and can solve all problems. It is equal in its power to help anyone, because it is equal in its power to save anyone. When we understand that, when we truly see the real meaning of that, then means are brought to the end. The means and the end become one, a consistency of means and end. It's not a linear thing. It's not like the means are here and they come to the end over there in time. It's the end that is the goal that draws the means toward it. It's like the goal as the means on an elastic band, and it's drawing it towards itself. And the strength of that elastic band is what determines the speed at which you come home. And what determines the strength of that elastic band is your power of longing and yearning and your true desire to come home. Your true desire to see the real world, to see the sinlessness of your brother, to see God as the substance of all that is. And then in seeing that, your perfect happiness. And to bring all that about, we must apply the means. The means are your request, your desire, you're asking for the miracle. Asking for the miracle in every situation, every circumstance, and every event that threatens your holiness, that threatens your peace of mind, which is the reflection, the perfect reflection of your holiness. So it's not an occasional asking, it's a continuous, it's the prayer unceasing asking for miracles. Ensured by, you need to maintain your equilibrium, which is your peace of mind. Your peace of mind is a barometer that will allow you to gauge that attunement between what it is that you actually are and what it is that you want to be, what it is that you want from life. That attunement becomes your peace of mind. And when that's in line, when the cause and effect are one, when the means are in complete alignment to what it is that you are, that's your home. That's where you belong. There's nothing my holiness can't do. And my holiness gives me the power to recognize what I am. It does so by when we deeply contemplate what it is that we are, and we recognize that alignment with what it is that we are and what it is that we essentially are in God. There's no difference then between the means and the end. There's a consistency. And in that consistency, there's the effect of true purpose being brought to manifestation. So the means become the end. When means and end are one, when we see what it is that we are, that power gives us a sense of dominion over the earth, dominion over all things, the power to heal the sick and raise the dead. It's not a power that we have or use, it's a power that we are. It's our true identity. It's the realization of the self. The realization of the self that we're created as. And that realization sets us free from fear. Eliminates that haunting sense of separation and vulnerability and weakness. It sets us free. It sets us free because our holiness is forgiving our own holiness. And when we forgive our own holiness, then there is purity in the mind. The mind is free of attack thoughts. When the mind is free of attack thoughts, then the heart is stilled and quieted, and it's whole, and it's holy. And it extends that holiness in love. And there's no direction or purpose or need. It just simply is what it is that you are. So holiness is what we are. It's not something we attain or achieve. It's always been there, and it always will be there, and it is. And all we have to do is remember. Remembering is the bringing it back into awareness. And that we do when we forgive our unholiness. So your holiness is the answer to every question that you've ever asked. It's being asked now or ever will be asked in the future. Your holiness is the means and the end of guilt, and therefore the end of hell. Your holiness is the salvation of the world, and it's the salvation of your own. It's your own salvation. God does not know unholiness, but he does know his Son. Amen.